Hello, the name is Daman Dev Sood. Welcome to my weekly show, My Top Tips, every Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. IST. I'm inching towards the century of my shows. Every week, I pick up a topic around resilience, business continuity management, risk management, crisis management, disaster management, cybersecurity, sustainability, environment, or any topic that may be a concern or of interest to the society as a whole. Today, I will talk about TPRM, third party risk management. Third party risk management is a big topic. Within this, today I will cover the RRA portion: roles, responsibilities, and authorities in third party risk management program. I'm delivering this session today from a beautiful garden in Pathankot. That's a long story in itself, and we will cover that some other day. Today, the TPRM, the roles, responsibilities, and authorities in the TPRM program. Let's look at some global failures which were because of third parties. Sorry about that. Health sector, 2025 NM data breach affected nearly 80 million individuals due to a cyber attack on a third-party database administrator. In 2021, Emergent Biosolutions, a contract manufacturer for Johnson & Johnson's COVID-19 vaccine, was found responsible for contamination that led to millions of discarded doses. In 2022, Okta breach was traced back to a third-party customer support vendor exposing sensitive authentication data. In 2020, SolarWinds attack, where hackers exploited vulnerabilities in a widely used third-party IT management software, impacted banks, government agencies, and Fortune 500 companies worldwide. In 2011, Fukushima earthquake in Japan caused major supply chain disruptions around the globe for automakers reliant on Japanese suppliers, exposing gaps in risk assessment and contingency planning. In 2017, Equifax data breach was a vulnerability in third-party software, which exposed the personal data of 147 million individuals, resulted in financial losses exceeding $4 billion, lawsuits, and severe reputational damage. Wells Fargo scandal was improper practices by a third-party vendor, which led to the creation of millions of fraudulent customer accounts. This resulted in regulatory penalties, including $185 million fine and significant reputational harm once again. Quite recent one in March 25, X failures, 3 billion IDs were breached. Last year, CrowdStrike incident, a faulty update from third-party cybersecurity provider was CrowdStrike, caused mass IT system failures worldwide, which led to disruptions in businesses, hospitals, airlines, and government agencies, demonstrating the risk of relying on external security providers. This year itself, a failure of ChatGPT, an outage of third-party AI service provider ChatGPT, owned by OpenAI, affected businesses and individuals worldwide. Companies relying on ChatGPT for customer service, automation, and content generation faced major disruptions, highlighting AI dependence risks. Again, in 2025 itself, a big day-long shutdown of Heathrow Airport, complete shutdown. A third-party infrastructure failure, which was power outage at an electrical substation near Heathrow or providing supply to Heathrow, led to the complete shutdown of the airport. This disrupted flights, logistics, and supply chains, affecting passengers, airlines, cargo companies, and businesses dependent on airport operations. Further into 2025, NPCI in India, a third-party financial infrastructure failure, which is the backbone of UPI payments in India, caused widespread payment disruptions across the country and impacted banks, fintech companies, businesses, and millions of customers, raising concerns about the resilience of national payment systems. So these global incidents, some global incidents of past and quite recent time, tell us that third-party risk management is not just the new talk of the town, not just a new buzzword in the corporate sector in the world, but the need of the hour. We need to work on this. TPRM, third party risk management program, is a big program, will be a big program for any company. In today's talk, I'll touch upon the basic starting point, defining RRAs, roles, responsibilities, and authorities in TPR program. And those fall in 6 categories according to me. Executive leadership and governance, there are some roles there. TPRM program leadership, so 2 different types of leadership, and we can understand that TPRM leadership will be below the executive leadership. Risk assessment and due diligence, vendor management and monitoring. So it is third party. When I say vendor, it's all third parties. Incident response and crisis management, and reporting and audit is the 6th categories where various roles of this program will fall into. I will now pick up each category and attempt to display suggestive roles, responsibilities, and authorities. My suggestion is please go through these, play with these, modify these, customize these according to your company. So there is a role CRO, oversees enterprise risk, including third-party risks, and defines risk appetite, approves risk frameworks. CISO, the Chief Information Security Officer, ensures third-party cybersecurity and data protection, and approves security controls for third-party access. CCO, the Chief Compliance Officer, ensures regulatory compliance in third-party engagements and enforces compliance policies, approves remediation plans. The 4th role in this executive leadership and governance category is the highest one, which is the board of directors. Provides oversight and strategic direction, approves, is authorized to approve TPRM strategy and major risk decisions. Second category, at leadership. Number 2 in the hierarchy, if you want to say that way, is the TPRM program leadership. 2 roles there, the TPRM program manager, responsible for overall TPRM framework, policies, and governance, and authorized to establish and enforce TPRM policies and processes. Recommended TPRM governance committee, cross-functional team, that reviews risk tolerance, key third parties and policies, and is authorized to approve high risk vendor engagements and exceptions. While I'm taking you through these suggested RREs, according to me, you may find there are some overlaps with some existing roles, which is fine. I'm not saying that displaying 25 roles, you'll have to have, every organization will have to have 25 roles. You may like to merge club. So what exists, look into that along with this list that I'm presenting to you, and then refine. Based on that, start your TPRM program or refine the existing program if you already have one. Next category of roles is risk assessment and due diligence people. And there are 5 recommended roles there. Third-party risk analyst conducts risk assessments and evaluates third-party risks, recommends risk mitigation actions. Legal contract manager, legal department, or the contract manager. He reviews contracts to ensure risk mitigation clauses are included, approves contractual risks clauses and agreements. Compliance and audit specialist role ensures third-party compliance with laws and regulations. And she enforces compliance audits and penalties. Finance and credit risk analyst evaluates financial stability of third parties and has authority to reject vendors due to financial risk. The last role in this category, risk assessment and due diligence, is cybersecurity and IT risk analyst. This person assesses IT security risks associated with vendors or third parties and approves third-party security controls. Is authorized to approve third-party security controls. I'm repeating again. These roles, responsibilities, and authorities are flexible. You may feel, find, see, sense some repetitions. Please refine those. You may see at some places the responsibility and authority is same. Please attempt to refine it. And you have all the authority to, and that's what your authority is in the program, that you are authorized to refine all these suggestions by me. Vendor management and monitoring category has 4 roles. Vendor relationship manager acts as the liaison between the organization and third parties and is authorized to escalate vendor performance issues. Procurement and sourcing manager ensures vendors align with business objectives and risk policies. He or she is authorized to approve vendor selection and onboarding. Supply chain risk specialist monitors supply chain vulnerabilities and disruptions and is authorized to initiate contingency planning for critical vendors. Ongoing monitoring analyst continuously monitors vendor risks and performance and can recommend vendor offboarding due to risk concerns. So this is his or her authority. Please excuse me today, as I said, I'm delivering this from an open garden, very green around me, due to which there are bugs in the air and I have to keep doing some undesirable actions like picking up my nose or face. Next category of roles in the TPRM program is incident response and crisis management, where I define 2 roles. Incident response lead, this may be an existing incident manager in your company, which is fine. Just look at his or her existing roles, responsibilities, and authorities, and refine if required. So this person manages third-party related security incidents and is authorized to activate incident response plans for vendor failures. Business continuity manager tells us that TPRM and BCM go hand in hand or need to go hand in hand, must be aligned to each other. So BC manager ensures contingency plans for third-party failures and is authorized to enforce business continuity requirements for vendors. The last category for roles, responsibilities, and authorities is reporting and audit. And no big surprises. The role is internal auditor who will conduct periodic third-party audits and will be authorized to conduct periodic third-party audits. Repetition, as I said, seems similar. You will have to refine this. Please do that. If you have any questions about today's talks, which were about roles, responsibilities, and authorities in third-party risk management program, or about resilience as a whole, please feel free to write to me. I will be happy to respond. I'm logging off quickly to share with you that I have written a book on third-party risk management, my experiments with TPRM. The book is available globally. This talk, roles, responsibilities, and authorities, is a part of the 3-day training program that is being developed. I'm developing this course where, based on my book, which will be at specialist level and will be available in the beginning of May. Currently, I'm giving finishing touches to create case studies, the world-class case studies, as I do in all my training programs. Feel free to write to me. Stay tuned, stay in touch, keep writing, keep learning. There's a lot to learn from each other. I'm a lifelong learner myself. I look forward to seeing you following Wednesdays also. Bye-bye.